The team to start this weekend against South Africa at Ellis Park. The backline will be Conor Murray, Paddy Jackson, Craig Gilroy and Andrew Trimble on the wings, Stuart Oldham, Robbie Henshaw and Jared Payne at fullback. In the forward pack, Jack McGrath, Rory Best, Tyke Furlong, Devon Toner and Quinn Rue, Ian Henderson, Rhys Ruddock and Jamie Heslip. The replacements will be Ricard Strauss, Dave Kilcoyne, Finlay Belam, Donica Ryan, Sean Reedy, Kieran Marmion, Ian Madigan and Tiernan O'Halloran.
So the temptation to stick with your winning lineup from Saturday was obviously overridden by was it a previous decision that you had to sort of switch it around a little bit as you went through the tour?
I wouldn't say, I'd just say it was open-ended at the start of the tour, but we brought 32 players with us and this will mean that 30 of those 32 will have had a match day involvement, and that was probably something that we'd spoken about in the coaching group to offer opportunity to players, while at the same time being very conscious of the quality of our opposition and how how enthusiastic we were about trying to be as competitive as we could be.
So could we wildly speculate that you're saving it all for PE?
I think that's probably an insult to the players who've come in, to be honest. I think the players who've come in, I'm really hoping that they'll pleasantly surprise, just as the players who were probably undervalued a little bit last week certainly showed their mettle, and it's a huge challenge to those players who have come in to try to match what the players put into the game last week. We have no doubt that South Africa will have benefited from that hit out. It is very difficult. I think I said post-match, it's very difficult for someone like Alistair to come in and implement a strategy in the space of maybe half a dozen trainings. And so each time they play together, if we're waiting for PE, they'll likely be better again. So I think it's important that we don't wait, that we try to grasp the moment that we can, and that moment is this weekend's game at Ellis Park.
Conor, how will these changes affect the performance this weekend?
Hopefully not too much. I think, obviously there are changes, and that's a challenge for those new guys coming in. I think Joe mentioned it, most of those guys have been in camp, they've been around us for quite some time, they know the standards we expect of each other on training and on game day. So they've trained very, very well. On match day is a different thing, so that's the challenge that awaits them and us, that we can gel together and put in a performance like last week. So like we said last week, there was a few new guys, a bit of an unknown, and I thought we did really well. So we want to keep progressing, keep getting better, and I think those guys coming in have that kind of pressure and expectation on them, and we fully trust them. We've been training with them and they've done really well. So that's the next step now, is to bring that onto the pitch on game day.
It's a special moment for another former South African, Quinn Rue, making his debut. Just some of your thoughts on him getting his chance, and what do you think he'll bring to the team?
I think one of the things for us is Quinn is very much a very good set piece player. I think in the scrum and line out, I think he's very proficient in those two areas, and he's trained incredibly well since he's been with us. I know Quinn very well from having coached him for 2 years previously, and during those 2 years he struggled to get real rhythm because he had a number of injuries, and every time he got back playing, he unfortunately didn't get the opportunity to have a succession of games that would have allowed him, I think, to progress. So we've seen a bit of that progress in Connacht this season, and I guess we're challenging him to progress further in the international arena.
Joe, big day for Tyke Furlong, his first test start.
Yeah, it is a big day for Tyke, and I know that he and Quinn and Ian Henderson on that axis of the scrum will be working incredibly hard to be as combative and as effective as possible. And Tyke is another guy who's trained incredibly well. Tyke has spent a fair bit of time with us without getting a massive amount of time on the actual pitch. he started the season with us at the World Cup. He's remained with us throughout the season, and so it's a huge ask for him, and we wouldn't do it if we weren't confident that he can step up and deliver something. But it's a whole different realm stepping into the Lions' den.